Good morning, students. Today is yet another day for foods and nutrition lesson. Last lesson we talked about milk. I would say milk is a creamy whitish liquid produced from mammals, and the common one that we use is produced by cows. And today we are going to talk about the nutritive value of milk. Last week I left you with an assignment to read nutritive values of milk. The percentage nutrient composition is shown in the table below. Constituents and the percentage. Carbohydrate has 4.9%, protein 3.5%, fat 3.7%, water 87.2%, while ash has 0.7%. Milk, as seen from the composition above, has a good balance of carbohydrate, fat, and protein. The carbohydrate in milk is called lactose. It is a disaccharide and is less sweet than the common sugar, which is sucrose. It is also less soluble than sucrose, and this property enables it to crystallize out under some conditions and thus impart a grainy texture to ice cream or condensed milk, both of which are milk products. The fat content of whole milk varies among individual cows. However, during processing in the industry, milk is blended and fat contents controlled. The minimum standard for the fat content of whole milk in many countries is 3.25%. Milk is a good source of high quality protein. The major protein in milk is called casein. However, much of the casein in fresh milk is combined with calcium salts, and in this combined form it is known as calcium caseinate. One most important protein is globulin. Globulin ranks third. Both albumin and globulin are present in lower quantity than casein, with albumin being greater than globulin. It must be mentioned that the protein in milk is rich in all the essential amino acids. Whole milk is also rich in vitamins, both fat-soluble and water-soluble vitamins. The yellowish color of milk fat is due to the carotenoids it contains among the fat-soluble vitamins. Vitamin is found in the highest quantity, while vitamin D, E, and K are present in small amounts. Milk is only a fair source of thiamine, but is a good source of riboflavin, which is responsible for the greenish yellow color of the whey of milk. Because riboflavin is easily destroyed by light, it is always better to market milk in opaque containers so as to preserve the nutrients. What we mean by the opaque containers here, containers that are are thick enough, are not transparent. If you look at people that are selling yogurt, they sell yogurt inside opaque containers so that the light will not destroy the nutrients in the containers. Milk is also rich in vitamin B complex, which is cyanocobalamin. Similarly, milk is a good source of some essential mineral elements such as calcium and phosphorus. It is, however, low in iron. We'll also look at the types of milk. 1. We have fresh whole milk. When we talk about fresh whole milk, it is the milk that is obtained directly from the cow, where none of the nutrient has been removed. It is very nutritious. In fact, it is the most nutritious of all the types of milk, because the fresh whole milk can, however, be subjected to other industrial processes in a bid to preserve and store it. Example, the milk can be heated for a short time, about 30 minutes, at a temperature below 100 degrees centigrade. Such a heat treatment is known as pasteurization. The aim is to kill the harmful bacteria present in the milk. The milk can also be homogenized. In this process, all the fat particles are broken down into very minute particles, and the milk mixed properly so as to obtain a homogeneous fluid. This is usually achieved by passing the whole fresh milk through a very tiny nozzle in a special piece of equipment known as a homogenized. Another processing that fresh milk can be subjected to is sterilization. In this process, the milk is subjected to a more severe heat treatment than pasteurization. The objective here is not only to kill the harmful bacteria, but all the microorganisms present in the milk. Second type of milk is what we call skimmed milk. Here, the fat content in the skim milk is being removed. It is therefore made up predominantly of protein, carbohydrates, minerals, and vitamins. Consequently, it has lower energy value than that of whole milk. This type of milk is good for overweight people that are trying to reduce the weight in their bodies. So they should go for skim milk. The third type of milk is evaporated milk. This is whole milk from which about 60% of the water content has been removed. This is achieved by heating the milk in a vacuum. It is then homogenized, cooled, put into cans, and sterilized by heat treatment. Evaporated milk is sold under different trademarks such as Peak, Coast, Canada, 3 Crowns, etc. The fourth type of milk is dry milk or milk powder. Over 90% of the water content has been removed, and it is then milled to powder form. Both whole and skim milk can be processed into powder form. The fifth one here is condensed milk. This is evaporated milk to which a safe and suitable nutritive sweetener, usually sugar, has been added. It is therefore sweeter and thicker than evaporated milk because of the very high sugar content. It can keep longer than evaporated milk. Condensed dry milk is obtained. Condensed dry milk is obtained too, unlike evaporated milk. Condensed milk is not sterilized before canning. The sixth one is filled milk. This is the combination of skim milk and vegetable fat or water, non-fat dry milk and vegetable fat. I'm leaving you with an assignment. Set 5 uses of milk. Submit through this contact. 081